Hey, my goal is to help you speak English like a native English speaker. So today I am going to give you an opportunity to see an entire lesson. That's right, a full lesson on new vocabulary words and expressions used in real life by native English speakers. Now, this lesson you're about to watch, the full lesson, comes from my program, the Speak English Like a Native membership. And you can join our family by going to www.englishfluencyplan.com. The link is right in the description. So I want you to enjoy the lesson. Get your notebook out because you're about to learn some real English. Hey, welcome to step 2, the learn step. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at all of the new words and expressions that were used during the conversation I had with teacher Carly. So let's jump right in. There were quite a few words, so I want to make sure you have your PDF out with you, all right? Take it out and we're going to go through it together. Now, the very first one is right here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Now, it's so funny. We do use this a lot in English, and it just means ready to leave or to start doing something. Hey, I'm ready to go. Like my niece, when she wants to play basketball or go outside and play catch, she said, TT, I'm ready to go. So you can use this as well. Again, when you're ready to leave or to start doing something. In English, we say ready to go. Now, the first example sentence right here, it says, after a few simple adjustments to the engine, the car was ready to go. The car was ready to move. The second one says, she was getting ready to go back home after a year in Europe. She had been in Europe for a while, and now she was ready to leave or go back home. Sentence 3, I'm ready to go shopping. Again, something you are ready to do. Yesterday, I actually went shopping. True story. I was ready to go at 9:30 in the morning. I wanted to get everything done in the morning. So I was ready to go shopping in the morning. Ready to go. So you can use this one, all right? Now, the second one that was used in the conversation was always on point. Always on point. Now, always on point, this just means, and it's used to say that someone is on their game or looking sharp, or someone is exactly right or perfect. Listen, you are always on point. Perfect. You're right. So someone can say, let's say you have a friend, and your friend, your friend can dress really well. And your friend walks into a room and their outfit is looking amazing. You can say, man, you are always on point. Again, you're always on your game. You're always looking sharp. You're always looking good. But we use this in many different situations. The same thing happened in the conversation I had with teacher Carly. So look at the first example sentence. Her attitude toward having fun is always on point. That is relating to it always being exactly right. Man, you have the best attitude toward having fun. Your attitude is always on point. Look at the second sentence. His intuition is always on point and adapts to different situations. He's always thinking of the right things. He's always aware of things. Man, you're always right. Your intuition is always on point. We use this a lot in English. And what about the last one? Your communication skills are always on point. Man, you communicate really well. You have perfect communication skills. Your communication skills are always on point. Makes sense, right? Again, after me. Always on point. Excellent. Good job. Let's move on to number 3. This is something else that was said in the conversation. Perks. Good. Again, perks. Excellent. Now, perks, this just means an advantage or something extra, such as money or goods. For example, one of the perks of working for the government, right, in America, you have good health benefits and a good retirement plan. Again, an advantage. Hey, you have a good retirement plan. Hey, your health benefits are amazing. These are perks. So look at the first example sentence. Be proud of your senior status and the perks it entails. You get discounts when you get older, when you go to a store, when you go on vacation. You're over 65 years of age? Here you go. We'll give you a discount. That's a perk. Look at the second one. There are so many perks provided along with the job. Again, perks or benefits or advantages. And finally, number 3, some accounts come as package deals offering various perks. Again, in English, we say perks. Excellent. Now look at number 4. Number 4 is a very commonly used word in English. Trendy. Good. Again, trendy. Excellent. Now, I hope you're following along and you're looking at your PDF as well, your printout. Now, trendy, this just means expressing the most recent fashion or idea, or modern in style. I have a friend and she loves dressing nicely, but she loves following the current trends. She's very trendy. If something comes out, she wants to buy it and she wants to wear it. She's very trendy, all right, in style, the current style. Look at the first sentence. Layered hairstyles are versatile, trendy, and sophisticated. People like them. They're popular right now. Number 2, he was trying to really look cool and trendy. And number 3, he had a trendy haircut. Very popular nowadays. A trendy haircut. Now let's move on to number 5, suburban. Suburban. Good. Again, suburban. Excellent. Now, this just means a smaller community adjacent to or within commuting distance of a city. So it's a community, a neighborhood, people that live together, but they're not in the city. They're not too far from the city, but they are, kind of away from the city. I lived in the suburbs, in a suburban area when I was growing up. I didn't live in the city. The city was about 20 to 25 minutes away from my house. I lived in a suburban area. Again, a little bit away from the city. We say suburban in English. Now look at the first example sentence. The suburban buses leave every hour during the day. The suburban buses leave every hour during the day. Number 2, they live in suburban Washington. They live in suburban Washington. And finally, he is a radiologist in a suburban hospital. In a suburban hospital. It's not in the city. It's not too far away, but it's in the suburbs, in the suburban hospital. So again, we have suburban. Excellent. Now look at number 6. This came up during the conversation I was having with Teacher Carly about fashion. We said athleisure. Good. Stick your tongue through your teeth. Athleisure. Excellent. Now, athleisure just refers to a fashion trend characterized by athletic clothing that is both comfortable and aesthetically pleasing. It looks good on you. Again, it's athletic wear, but it looks really good on you. We say athleisure. So it's not like baggy sweatpants or baggy sweatshirts. No, it's really trendy. It's very well-fitting pants or very well-fitting sports top. We say athleisure in English. Now, I want to check out the first example sentence. Athleisure is perfect for traveling. I like athleisure when I'm traveling. I want to look cute, but I also want to be comfortable. So we say athleisure is perfect for traveling. Look at the second one. We like to wear athleisure outfits nowadays. It's getting pretty popular nowadays. And look at number 3. The athleisure trend grew out of women wearing yoga pants. Again, the athleisure trend grew out of women wearing yoga pants. You got it, right? So again, we say athleisure. Let's move on to number 7. Number 7, in the conversation, this came out. Off topic. Off topic. Very good. Again, off topic. Excellent. Now, this just means not relevant to the current discussion. You see, right now we're discussing these words and expressions that came up during my conversation with Teacher Carly. But all of a sudden, if I said, hey, did you know that my sister has a dog? His name is Baron. He's so cute. Now, that's interesting information, but it's not going along with the current lesson. It's off topic. It's not relevant to what we're talking about right now. One day I'll show you a picture of him. He's really cute. So again, we say off topic in English. Now let's check out the example sentences. The first one is, his second comment is entirely off topic. The second sentence says, the content is strangely off topic. It's not relevant. And the third sentence, she deleted off-topic comments on a blog. She deleted them. They weren't relevant to the other comments. Makes sense, right? In English, we say off topic. All right. Now, number 8, you probably have heard this one before. Adapt. Adapt. Good again. Adapt. Excellent. Now, this just means to adjust or modify something to a particular situation or circumstance. All right? To adjust or modify. When I went to South Korea, I am American. When I went to South Korea, I was living there for almost 10 years, and I had to adapt to their culture. I had to adjust or modify my actions and the way I spoke to match their culture. I had to adapt. So check out this example sentence. It's amazing how quickly people adapt. Again, going back to when I was in South Korea, I adapted very quickly. Okay, you guys don't normally use forks and knives when you're eating. You use chopsticks. I enjoy food, so I'm going to learn how to use these chopsticks very quickly. And I learned very quickly. I adapted to using chopsticks instead of using a fork when I was eating. Makes sense, right? Now, check out this second example sentence. James needed to adapt to a new weather pattern. The weather was changing, so we had to adapt to the new weather pattern. And finally, after Lou lost one arm in a car accident, he had to adapt to a prosthetic limb. A fake arm, again, it looks really good, but it doesn't work like a normal arm. A prosthetic limb. So he had to adapt to a prosthetic limb. Makes sense, right? Now, the next one is regret. The next one is regret. So say it after me. Regret. Excellent. Again, regret. Very good. Now, this word just means to feel sad, repentant, or disappointed over something that has happened or been done, especially a loss or missed opportunity. In English, we say regret. Good. Last time, regret. Excellent. Now let's look at an example sentence. I deeply regret what I said to her. I wish I hadn't said that to her. I wish I could take the words back. I regret what I said to her. The second sentence, He regrets not traveling more when he was younger. He should have traveled more, and now he's older and he's too old to move around freely. He regrets not traveling more when he was younger. And finally, one wrong thought may cause a lifelong regret. Be careful what you think. Be careful what you do, because you can make a mistake and regret it for the rest of your life. In English, we say regret. Now look at number 10. This is very similar to another word we learned earlier. After me, fashionable. Good again, fashionable. Excellent. Last time, fashionable. Good job. Now, earlier I talked about something that was similar. Do you remember? Yes, trendy, all right? Very similar. Fashionable just means following a style that is popular at a particular time. Very fashionable. Like my friend I mentioned, she likes to wear trendy clothing. She likes to be fashionable. You got it, right? So let's check out these example sentences. She always wears fashionable clothes. She wants to look nice. She wants to wear things that are popular right now. Next, tattoos are very fashionable among young people lately. This is actually very true. I've seen a lot of young people with tattoos. I mean, 16, 17, and even younger with tattoos. Tattoos are very fashionable right now. And finally, there are many choices available for fashionable snow boots. You can have high-heeled boots, low-top boots. Again, there are many choices available for fashionable snow boots. Again, many different choices. All right, now let's move on to number 11. Number 11 is fit in. Fit in. Good. Again, fit in. Excellent. Now, this just means to feel that you belong to a particular group. I'm comfortable. Like you are a member of this family, right? The Speak English with Tiffani Academy family. You're a member of this native group, right? The native, Speak English like a native group. You fit in. Why? Because you feel like you belong to this group. In English, we say fit in. Again, fit in. Now let's check out some of the example sentences. The first one is right here. The building doesn't fit in with the surrounding area. The building doesn't fit in. Maybe there are really small buildings everywhere and they're right along the street. And then there's this huge building by itself. Whoa, that building does not fit in with the surrounding area. Look at sentence 2. They've got to learn to fit in with our methods. With our methods. And finally, sentence number 3. These are classic designs that will fit in well anywhere. Again, that will fit in well anywhere. In English, we say fit in, to feel like you're part of a group. Now look at number 12. Number 12 is perspective. Perspective. Excellent. Again, perspective. Great job. Now this just means point of view. Point of view. Now, this is just when you have a certain idea, a certain opinion related to a certain topic. So let's check out the first example sentence. She had an interesting perspective and she made him think about things differently. Maybe he was thinking one way and then she said, well, what about this? And her perspective made him think about things differently. Secondly, we have his perspective surprised her. She couldn't believe what he said. His point of view was so opposite of her own. And finally, two politicians. The two politicians, here we go. The two politicians displayed contrasting perspectives, opposite views, contrasting perspectives. Again, in English, we say perspective. Perspective. Now let's go to number 13. Number 13, again, all of these words and expressions came out during my conversation with teacher Carly about fashion. All of these expressions and words, so you can use them as well in real life. All right. Now, this one is look at sideways or look sideways at someone or something. Now, this means to view or regard something in a disapproving or distrustful manner. Now, if someone looks at you sideways, they're basically saying with their eyes, can I trust you? Are you serious? Can I really believe you? We say to look at sideways or to look sideways at. So listen to this first example sentence. I can't understand why everyone in this room is looking sideways at me. Can we trust her? Is she really saying what's right? This person is wondering why everyone was looking at him or her sideways. The second one, some people look sideways at these institutions, but I believe they are beneficial to the public. Some people distrust them. Some people are not really sure they are good, but I think they're beneficial. Again, some people look sideways at these institutions. And finally, she looked at me sideways when I said I didn't care if anyone remembered my birthday. Are you serious? You don't care if anyone forgets your birthday or doesn't remember your birthday? I'm not sure I believe you. Looking at someone sideways. Again, disapproving or not trusting what they're saying. Now, what about number 14? Camouflage. Camouflage. Good again. Camouflage. Excellent. Now, this just means designed to hide something. Designed to hide something. So imagine if you are going into the forest, right? You have some people that like to hunt, and they like to hunt for certain animals. So they go into the forest looking for these animals, but they don't want the animals to see them in the forest. So what they do is they wear a certain type of clothing, and this clothing is called camouflage. So it kind of has different colors, but the colors normally match the forest. You have green and dark green and light green, and these colors actually cause them not to be seen. They're hidden. So look at the first sentence. Rabbits use their white fur as camouflage in the snow. The second sentence, when we go deer hunting, we dress in camouflage so we can fade into nature's background. That goes back to what I was explaining earlier, trying to hide or be hidden. You wear camouflage. And finally, camouflage clothing isn't just limited to the members of the military. Now, the military wears lots of camouflage, but other people do as well. So in English, we say camouflage. Now, what about number 15? Number 15 is tone down. Again, tone down. Excellent. Now, this just means reduced or softened in intensity or forcefulness. Let's say you are actually in your room and you're studying right now with me, and you have a light that's on, but the light is really bright. You want to tone down the light a bit. It's a little bit too intense, so you turn down the intensity. Tone down. Again, it means to reduce or soften in intensity. Check out the first example sentence. His advisor told him to tone down his speech. To tone down his speech. Maybe the advisor thought that his speech was a little bit too intense, so he had to tone down his speech. Look at the second sentence, the second one. We toned down our comedy routine so that, or so as not to offend our audience. Maybe their comedy routine was a little bit too intense, so they toned it down. And look at the last one. Blue can be used to tone down very sunny rooms. Lots of sun comes in this room, so let's use some blue furniture to tone down the intensity. Makes sense, right? All right, now number 16, melt down. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a second. Melt down. Good, one more time. Melt down. Excellent. Now, this just means a sudden loss of control over one's feelings or behavior. We say melt down. You lose control over your own feelings or your behavior. Now, this happens a lot. Meltdowns happen a lot with children. Think about it. You have a little child, and that child wants his or her way. So they start screaming at their parents, I want candy, and they have a meltdown. They lose control. Now, we don't want our kids having meltdowns, right? Listen to the example sentence. You need to quit the habit before you have a complete meltdown. So meltdowns can happen to adults as well. You lose control of your body, your behavior. You have no more control. Number 2, she couldn't fight the sense that she was about to have a total meltdown. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stay cool, but I'm about to have a total meltdown. I can't control. This is what an adult can go through. Maybe work is very stressful. And finally, the teacher's meltdown went viral on social media. One of the kids had their phone out and they were actually recording the teacher. A total meltdown. Now, what about number 17? Dial down. Dial down. Man, I'm smiling because these expressions, they're so natural. Like literally, we native English speakers use them on a regular basis. And I'm so excited that you're learning them because I want you to use them and sound like a native English speaker. So here we go. Dial down. Good. Last time. Dial down. Excellent. Now, this just means to reduce or become reduced. Again, to reduce or become reduced. So let me explain it by giving you the first example sentence. Could we dial down our expectations of ourselves? For example, perfect example, you're an English learner. I'm so happy to be your teacher. You're learning with me and you're enjoying the process, hopefully. But you're learning according to the plan that I've set for you, right? But sometimes you feel like you want to learn a lot. Maybe before you joined this academy, this family, you were trying to study 100 words every day. You were studying 100 words, but you were getting overwhelmed and you had to dial down your expectations. It's almost impossible to learn and use 100 vocabulary words every day. You need to dial down your expectations. It's okay. Makes sense now, right? Again, reduce your expectations. Here we go. The trick is to dial down the rest of your outfit. Hey, reduce. It doesn't have to be too loud. And finally, you're also ready to dial down the intensity of love and show a more light-hearted side of yourself. Hey, you're just really intense. Calm down. It's okay. Dial it down a little bit. We also say dial it back. Both are okay. You'll hear that too. Dial it down, or dial it back. All right. Dial it back is a little bit of a slang term. All right. Number 18, standpoint. Standpoint. Now, this means, after me first, pronunciation, standpoint. Excellent. Now, this just means a set of beliefs and ideas from which opinions and decisions are formed. Now, this is very similar to something we learned a little while ago. Same lesson. Starts with a P. Nice. Perspective. It's very similar to the word perspective. Again, your beliefs, your ideas, your opinions that affect the way you move, the way you decide to do certain things. All right? So, First example, we must approach the problem from a different standpoint, a different perspective, a different idea. We have to look at it in a different way. Next, what is the basis of your standpoint? Like, really, what are you saying? And finally, we should try to adopt a more positive standpoint. So again, you see we can use this word standpoint. Excellent. Now, what about number 29? Number 29, timeless. Timeless. Excellent. Again, timeless. Very good. Now, this just means not affected by the passage of time or changes in fashion. And during the conversation, I mentioned while speaking with Teacher Carly that jeans are timeless. Jeans aren't going anywhere. People, men and women, children will always wear jeans. Jeans and also t-shirts. Think about it. Do you know anything else that is timeless? Any other piece of clothing? We have jeans and t-shirts. But again, not affected. They'll still be here 10, 20, 30 years from now. We say that that thing is timeless. Look at the first example sentence. A leather jacket is timeless and versatile garment. Oh, and a versatile garment, a timeless and versatile or versatile garment that can be worn in all seasons, at all times. Next, origami is the timeless Japanese art of paper folding. And finally, that piece of fabric is timeless. It's going to look good 25 years from now. In English, we say timeless. You got it right? Okay, good. Now let's go to number 20, our last one. Outlet. Outlet. Good. Last time. Outlet. Excellent. Now this is just a shop or place where a particular product is sold, right? You go to this outlet and normally you can get things at a good price at an outlet. I love going to the Nike outlet. I love Nike shoes and Nike clothes. And there's a Nike outlet not too far from where I live. And the prices are really good. They're really inexpensive. And they only sell Nikes, right? Because that's an outlet, a Nike outlet. So let's go to the first sentence. Most of their sales are through traditional retail outlets, right? Again, outlet focusing on a product. Number 2, her business has 34 outlets in the state alone. Outlets selling her product. And finally, there's a Nike outlet in that mall. Just like I told you, I love Nike. Now, there are 20 words. We went over 20 words, so I want you to review them and practice what we talked about in our lesson today. And I'll talk to you in the next step. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. That was a full lesson from my Speak English Like a Native membership. Now, we want you to join our family. If you learned a lot, there is so much more waiting for you. I have created a simple 5-step method to help you speak English like a native. So you can join our family by going to www.englishfluencyplan.com. We're waiting for you. I want to help you achieve your English goals and finally speak English like a native. So hit the link in the description or go to www.englishfluencyplan.com to finally start speaking English like a native. Now, at this time, I normally tell a story for story time, but I got you next week. So today I'm just going to give you a very short song. Here we go. I used to sing this at church when I was growing up. Lord, I lift your name on high. Come on, snap with me. And Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. And I'm so glad you came to save us. Here we go. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Just a little snippet of a song that meant so much to me when I was growing up. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, join our family, and I'll talk to you in the next lesson.